skies, electric haze, lost in the pulse, a digital maze, feet on fire, heart ablaze. This night's a fever, it's not a phase. Neon dreams, neon screams, falling faster through the beams. Lights collide, the world redeems. We're alive in neon dreams. Shadows stretch, they twist and bend. Time dissolves, it starts to suspend. Echoes hum, they never end. The sound's my lover, my only friend. Every beat, it carves the air. Every drop, it strips me bare. Neon dreams, neon screams, falling faster through the beams. Lights collide, the world redeems. We're alive in neon dreams. Static whispers, they call my name. The night's alive, it plays no game. A siren song, a glowing flame. I'm chasing ghosts, but I'm to blame.
Hello, 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 my dear friends. How are you all doing? I'm seeing that the Meta One Design headquarters is just starting to fill up here. We are 15 people deep at the HQ, so good to see you all. I hope all of you enjoyed the show over at Casa Rustan. Um, and I hope that you're all warmed up and ready for an episode of Beyond the NFT. So before I get started here, I want to give a special shout out to our sponsor for Beyond the NFT, Bucktown MMA. Bucktown is a mixed martial arts program who is focused on empowering young combat athletes all around the world. You can learn more about Bucktown by heading over to bucktown.org/support, and there you could read a little more about the program as well as see some pictures and as well as pick up your very own Bucktown merchandise. So check it out. Again, that is bucktown.org/support. And there are also some NFTs here and Decentraland wearables. Thank you. Thank you, Bucktown, for being our sponsor. So, looking back at our crowd of friends here, 18 people deep. That's 3 more people since the last time I looked. Thank you so much, my friends. Good afternoon or good evening, Artista. Welcome. Cube Man, thank you so much for joining us. Roots, we have a Vape. What up? Fred Elf in the building. And if there's a Fred Elf, I'm sure there's going to be a J Elf and a Mary Elf somewhere. Um, there's J Elf. Hello, Graph Gold. Thank you so much for joining us. Make a NFT. Welcome. Mohedi, welcome, welcome, welcome. And we have a Meta Wolf in the house. We have a Mun in the house. We even have an old guy in the house. Welcome to the lovely Rishi girl who is planking off the edge here. Welcome, Scat Lion Rock. Thank you so much for joining us. And hello, hello, hello to you, Stony Eye. Amazing show earlier. You killed it, my brother. You killed it. And of course, welcome, 13. Welcome, welcome, welcome. MDH, thank you so much for joining us. Hello, hello, hello. So I'm going to go to the backstage. I'm going to get our guest, IamThanos, and we'll get started with tonight's episode of Beyond the NFT. All right, everyone. Mwah! Love you all. Hello, 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 my dear friends. Welcome. And I do believe since the last time I said hello to all of you, there have been more individuals to pop in. Last time I looked, there were 19, and now we're at 26. Welcome to those of you that popped in. Hello, Alan Howick. Hello, official Crypto Cube Man. And hello, Whale the Penguin. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm excited for tonight's show. It's honestly like this is, and I don't know if I've told him yet. Well, he's gonna listen to. He's gonna hear it now. This has been one of those individuals that I have that I when I first came across his music back in like late 2023, and and like just the vibe, the oh my God, I fell in love instantly. So I've always wanted to have him on the show, and as of within the last maybe 2 weeks, I grew some balls. I joined a Twitter space with him. I talked to him a little bit, and here we are. All right. So, welcome to Beyond the NFT. I am your host, Sinful, and tonight we're locked in with IamThanos, an MC, founder of Any Given Spaces, and co-host of the TMU The Snap. Um, from minting fire tracks on Solana to signing Web3 artists like VG Rasta, Thanos is shaking up crypto music with the supervillain energy. Trademark hashtag supervillain energy. Get ready for a deep dive on blending hip hop with blockchain. Let's go beyond the NFT. Welcome, Thanos. How are you?
Bless, man. Sinful, what's going on, man? Shout out to y'all, man. Decentraland, what's going on?
Big shout out to you. I want to start by thanking you for being our guest tonight, taking the time to do this, especially on a Monday, and Martin Luther King Monday of them all.
Yeah, for sure, man. No, I appreciate it, man. Appreciate the opportunity to meet new folks, man, and just chop it up, man. Anytime it's interesting what we got going on in that, in this side of the Web3 spaces, man, it's definitely appreciative, man. So, for sure, I'm here for it.
Well, I usually like to get these shows started by just passing the mic over to you, and allow you the opportunity to give yourself a proper introduction in case my intro didn't do you justice, and say what up to the people, give any shout outs. The mic is yours.
All right, sure. I mean, no, you definitely did justice to it, man. MC slash, retired battle rapper. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop been a part of my, of my lifestyle, man, for very good at least 30 plus years. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm a student of the game. Started AGS as a platform to like, it's like an entry level platform where, people that do have that desire and motivation and inspiration to become something bigger than what they is, to be able to have a platform to shine on and grow from and build from. Um, as far as yeah, I think in a nutshell, that's what it is, man. So salute to y'all. I'm just one of those guys, man. I don't know. I feel like it's an exception to the rule, how I move because, like I said, I'm an older gentleman, an older MC from the school of hard knocks, man. So like I don't have the same desire as a young buck that just wants to get a record deal or something like that. I'm kind of like This really, music for me is very therapeutic. It's a passion that I have that with or without, a deal or monetary benefits. You know what I'm saying? That I would do, all day, man. So we're just trying to make the best of our situations, man, and bring and spread the awareness of of music that we making, in this new climate called Web3, man. I think it's just a good thing for us to to cut out that middleman. Like, I talk about it all the time with the,
Hmm.
the music industry and stuff like that. So like, I feel like this is a jump start, a reset for a lot of artists that, didn't really like how those ways of the world was going, man. I think we have a new situation here.
I agree. I agree. Especially like from jumping into your spaces and listening to you guys, and even having the opportunity to jump on with you guys. But by the way, thank you for letting me up. Like, in that space like a couple weeks ago, I was like the only one that wasn't like within the music industry that understood the ins and outs kind of thing. Like I am more of like a observer from the sidelines, or I mean, even from these shows, I learn from individuals, but I'm not like deeply or directly rooted to the music industry.
Hmm. No,
So
for sure, man. Like, I think AGS platform, man, the spaces that I host, man, is pretty much a hybrid of Web3 and non-Web3 people. You know what I'm saying? It's just what brings us together is our love for the music, right? So we're just trying to build our own little hub of just dope talent, man, content creators, man, coming together really to like back each other up, not so to like just support. Cause I think that word gets used like overdone, like a lot of people feel a way about artists saying we need support kind of thing, right? So we really just want to just bring the awareness of what we got to the masses, and with hopes that it resonates with those that got the information. You know what I mean? So I think that's real important.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, like, you in your intro, you mentioned 30 years plus in the music industry, or in just in music in general.
Hmm.
Could you share a little bit about like your early inspirations? What got you into music? Was it or your parents? Was there a special person in your life? Would love to learn about them.
Yeah, as far as me becoming an MC, I really want to say, I want to say it was around my 16th, 17th birthday. My pops had got me, he had got me some turntables. Like I like DJing. I thought that DJing was a cool thing. At that time, just being a big music lover, not an artist or anything at this point in time. And he had got me some turntables, techniques. I ain't never forget. And he gave me. I had like three. My first sets was like three records. I had. Um, Two of them I can remember. I can't remember that third one off top, but I want to say, one was the Fugees, Nappy Heads by the Fugees, and Massive Pill by Gangstar. So
Hmm.
these are the two records that I had, like, and having no nothing but those, I played them all day and just really rock with it till I knew the lyrics to them, verbatim, back and forth, and it's just I think my love for hip hop really started there, as far as like just seeing the impression it could leave on one is crazy. So I think that's just really that's the origin of just my of being fond of it, and then like eventually down the line, maybe a year or two later, you got groups like Onyx, Tribe Called Quest, Onyx. I think it was a transition between Onyx and Wu Tang that where I ultimately made that decision to become a MC was, or when I wanted to really figure it out, or try to figure it out, was around that time,
Hmm.
around the time Wu Tang came out.
So like as far as the identity goes, have you always been I am Thanos?
Nah, actually, I am Thanos is probably as old as COVID.
Okay.
Yeah, I took on a new moniker around the time of COVID. Having the lockout,
Hmm.
having a lot of time to sit there and just think about my journey as an MC and where I'm at with it. I just thought it was a proper time to hit a reset, and then like as I was going through, I think the name came organically. As far as like not just being a big fan of like Marvel movies and stuff like that, but like when you do the origin, a story on Thanos. And a lot of those things I really resonated with. There's a lot of similarities there. So I kind of incorporated that name, that moniker, and just used it in the hip hop sense of the world. You know, you get it, like, you know, Thanos restore. He wanted to restore balance through the galaxy or the universe or whatever, right? So it's like kind of the same for me. It's like I want to restore balance as far as, like, you know, the great moments of hip hop, the good innocence of hip hop from the golden '90s, the golden era of the '90s, and just like bringing it back to the, you know, bringing us back to that moment, that time, them vibes and stuff.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So like like upon taking the name I am Thanos, like in a way, do you feel like it changed the vibe of like your music, how you approach like maybe the creation of a track or whenever you're MCing or rapping?
Yeah, I think it did, man. Like, you know, not, you know, it's not, that's nothing that I thought of before that you asked me that question, though, right? But as you ask me that and I think about the question, my approaches, and then like I think the expectations that's on me, you know, since them approaches, kind of molded me to become something a little different, a little more solidified than what I was before it.
Yeah, yeah. So before I am Thanos, what was the identity? What or how did you identify yourself um within music?
I was going by the alias of Rugged Ruckus, Uncle Ruckus, you know, aka Uncle Ruckus, man. For the most part, I mean, I say through my journey of, you know, this whole thing, just being a student of the game, I went through various names. Some names, like, I had for a while, and then it was somebody else that had that name that was out or something like that, right? Like I think originally me taking a different name, or having consideration, rest in peace, Sean Price, aka Ruck, right, from Helter Skelter.
Hmm.
Um, so his name was Ruckus. You know, you had Rock and Ruckus, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then it was like another guy, like a DJ Ruckus. So these are things that I was hearing, like, 2000, like, maybe 2019, 2018. You know, these are the things that was kind of like out there already. So it kind of made me think of, just really resetting, man, when I went into that lockout. You know.
Yes, yes. And I mean, I feel like for a lot of us, like 2020 time, that lockdown, that kind
Mhm.
of really was a reset for a lot of us. Well, whether like as the individual wanted it or not, like
Right.
life truly really reset and yeah, wow. I'm like thinking back even about like how like personally my life reset on 20 like with
Yeah.
2020 coming in. I was already streaming for like maybe 2 years before
Yeah.
then, like never really understood like what a community was, like talking to people, I was new to it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
2020 comes around and like just I guess maybe what could have helped is like the extra activity on the internet that we had, because people were home. So there were more people around, and I've had the opportunity to meet some great people, and then not to mention this Decentraland community here that we're in front of right now. Like they have helped me like more than they can ever imagine. So like, cheers to resets, Thanos. Cheers to resets.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
So, MC turned Web3 founder. What sparked you to dive into blockchain, NFTs, and especially like mixing in your rap roots within all this?
Now, what was the question? You saying
Like,
what brought me to the blockchain? Is what you saying?
yeah, what made you want to bring your music to the blockchain, or I mean, even just like your presence?
Um, I don't know. Originally, I got on X for like the battle rap communities. I was like AGS. Didn't start on Twitter. It was actually Any Given Sundays that started out on this app called Stereo, which was like more a podcasty kind of app, right?
Hmm.
we was over there doing the same thing we pretty much do here in a nutshell, man. Just not as a bigger audience, I want to say, because it holds about a certain amount. I think maybe 8 speakers over there, or something like that. But we was over there. We would do these battle events every Sunday. Faithfully every Sunday, every week of the year, we would do these spaces. Maybe 2, 3, 4, or 5, sometimes 6 battles a weekend, and then after I would get off of there and I would like go to YouTube to watch, like check out my feed and all that. I kept seeing like these Twitter spaces with all these different professional battle rappers that are actually like doing it at a high level, and all these moments that they had on Twitter spaces. So I was just telling the gang that, yo man, like maybe we are doing what we're doing and it's not being reciprocated right. Maybe we're not in the right place doing it. So let's go to Twitter with it. So that's what brought me to Twitter as I got over here. Ran into a lot of a few freestyle spaces. Us being an MC, man. It was more than just battle rap for me. Like I make music as well. Like that was the thing. Like I make music first, and then I'm a battler second, right? But it seemed like I want to say like my first maybe a few months on Twitter, like a lot of people was knowing me for the battle rap side because those are those rooms I was in. But as I came across, like shout out to like guys like Krim and Axum and stuff like that, Prophet, guys like that. These are people that was in Web3 that kind of walked me through a lot of things that was going on there. But for me, like for real, when I think about it, shout out to Buckshot Shorty from Black Moon. He was like hosting a space, and I think that's what kind of sold me on like maybe that's when it got under the radar for me. Doing that space for him, he pretty much was saying like, yo, if you in Web3 right now, the best time to be an artist. So like, and this is a guy that I really looked up to, really loved Black Moon's music as a kid coming up. So to hear a guy that listen to all his music, like saying that, man, I really took heed to it, and um ultimately I started running across more Web3 people for some reason, and then that started to become a lot of the spaces that was up there in my head when I got on X.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are, what I'm saying, like 2-3 years later, still at it, still figuring things out there, right? Because Web3 music and what's going on crypto is like, it's not quite, it's not like we have the same walk as people that's behind, the meme coiners or traders and things of that nature.
Exactly. Yeah, but in all honesty, I almost feel like there is more room within Web3 for the creatives, the musicians, artists, than there is for the crypto bros. The the material, the attention span for like the crypto traders, the bros, it's basically like chart goes up, everyone's happy. Chart is down, it's a wasteland, no one's here. So like,
Mm,
while like the artist, the musician, like it's like chart is up, I'm still making shit. Chart is down, I'm still making shit.
yeah.
Like, so I feel like these spaces, these ecosystems are more tailored, or not tailored, but more meant for creators that rather than the bros. Uh,
Mm, mm.
yeah.
No, for sure.
So yeah, definitely. So like any given spaces, I know we've like you've lightly kind of mentioned it. Like what was that other platform that you were doing spaces from? Any given
Yeah, any given Sundays,
Sundays.
we was doing that on stereo.
Okay. Any given Sundays, and then you kind of
Transition.
transitioned over to X or
Yeah, yep. I brought it over here, and it was still any given Sunday for a while. But
hmm
as we started to build like a roster of talent, and and it was time to put flyers together, man, I was just thinking, I don't know. I think it came somewhere down the line. I shout out my man Vision, man, one of the first producers I met in Web3 that I did a project with. He had came up with a beat, like an anthem beat for us, like so like when we start the space, instead of like the X intro music coming on, we could just play this like as people came in, right? So
hmm
we had that going on for a while, and then I thought like, man, I might as well make like a little little jingle for it. You're like, you know what I'm saying? Like add something to it to make it solidify. So as I was making that theme, like theme song for AGS, I started, I'm like, any given spaces. You know what I mean? I
Mm-hmm.
thought like, the S, we could use it for, we in spaces. So technically it don't even have to be on a Sunday to do what we're doing. So I just changed that, any given Sunday to any given spaces then.
Mm-hmm.
And it stuck like that. We just kept it that way.
Nice. Oh, and just now I'm just noticing that you have a Any Given Spaces website. Oh, maybe not. Your connection is
Yeah,
not
no, that
working.
that was something like we still in building. We did have it up, man, but we had to take it down, man,
I see.
to figure out some things with the roster, man, at that time. So yeah, we still working on that. But
Mm-hmm.
definitely got a social link up there for what I got going on, and we working. I got a couple guys, in the Web3 world that we working on doing some real big things, man, coming up the next 2 months. So definitely going, stay tuned. More developments and updates on that real soon.
Hell yeah. Okay, exciting, exciting. I'm gonna write that down to make sure I keep track of this. Okay, so to this point within Web3, like if if I wanted to support mint one of your tracks, where would be the best place for me to go?
Right now, like most of, I keep my page definitely like I keep all the info on my page for sure. Like you go to my page, you can check the highlights. A lot of those are still live. We did mint out a lot in 2025. As far as like some of those things that we started, it's like it's not really too much that's out there that's live for me, except for like my latest drop, Who's Grimy, and Indica Dream, man. Indica Dream is really like one of those. I feel like one of those moments for me as far as in Web3, man. I think it's a good example of the Web3 power when we collaborate. Me with a dope producer and a dope vocalists that I met all here. So a lot of that information is just on my page, man. You can go to the highlights. I usually do put up something called like a soul tree with link where it's like it's a tweet that has like all the live joints, and I'll probably update that sometime today. Before I go back to work, man. Like I just gotta, get the short links and post them all together, get my
Mhm.
artwork for it. But yeah, man. Like for the most part, like I think outside of Indica Dream, which was launched by my man One Guy Beats who produced it. So that's all. That is like my pin tweet on my page.
Mhm.
Outside of that, any other joint that's on my page that that I drop, if you probably like click on that link or something and it'll take you to that it said NFT. You just click on like the username of it and you'll see like the rest of our catalog in there.
Okay.
So usually I'll have a link of our whole group joint there, but when we got an individual record we pushing and exactly we try to just keep that
Mhm.
link up there and not confuse the folks. So.
Okay. So I did find the Indica Dream landing page. 90%, 90.5% sold.
Almost
Congratulations on
done,
that.
man.
Almost
Almost
there.
done. Yeah, that's one of my bigger additions outside of like my collaboration with the Digi Beats collective.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's yeah. So that it did pretty good. I think our first week, man, a lot of people were saying like that's the best record in Web3 when we dropped, man. I think we did like 60 editions day one. So and then it kind of slowed down a little bit after that, right? And I think that was like a majority of the people that really rock with us collectively, between me, Maya, and One. I think a lot of those people that really already knew what was going on, and then a lot of new people as well. But then it's still, like I said, it's still what 8 editions left out there, man. So we definitely want to, get that thing done up, man, and make sure the right people that really, supporting dope hip hop and R&B is grabbing those editions right there for sure.
Mm-hmm. So, okay, so you know how there are many collectors out there that love collecting music. Like for yourself as an artist, um, what is the how do you prefer your collectors to use the NFTs that they collect from you? Like, do they have copyrights to be able to like feature your song on any content if they're creators?
I mean, I know they have certain permissions. Now, copyrights, I
Okay.
can't say copyrights per se, but
Hmm.
I think, like, on the small track or the agreements between me and the producers that's part of those drops, like, we don't have issues with, like, people use, like, they definitely have, like, permission to use it, for certain things, or background music or, shorts and stuff like as well, right?
Okay.
So, like, they have yeah, so a sense of that. Um, I think Indica Dream is definitely like copywritten and all that, and it's like it's actually being played heavily on the Big Homie Radio Show on Oak 93 point out in North Carolina is a pretty big record there locally. So and it's already set up in the metadata of the record when it gets spent like on public sites like that or radio stations and things of that nature. So but the holders, man, yeah, they could run amok with it, man, and have fun as far as that goes.
Okay, okay. Nice, nice. I always like to ask these questions because every artist is different. Some of them want to protect their work, others like want their work to be for everyone. So I always feel like maybe it's respectful to just ask before doing it.
No, for sure, for sure.
So, okay, I'm here. Oh, I can. Okay, so I'm going to play Indica Dreams for everyone that is listening. I'm going to mute us here on OBS, Thanos, so no one can hear us while the track is running. Is that okay?
Now let's get to it.
Alrighty.
Lord. As I bask in your essence, be the last of the freshmen. Was slightly jaded but passive aggressive. Long-winded, you had any questions. I was mad in the session, the energies changed when I had redirected. We through the corridors, I'm chilling my daughters forward. Working for commission like Biggie Jigger in Baltimore. How Moon, they wild like Calhoun. You cheesy like Calzone, your core is now doomed. I'm Victor Vaughn in this Omni-Man, but more omnious. Aura and all my obvious can't see me, that's obvious. Through worse of years, we beat the odds, we persevered. They turn their head with closed eyelids and open tears. Lit like open flares. On streets where no one cares. They coming for my soul. Stone told Rocky I was so prepared. They barely legal, they paralegals. We gonna treat you like algorithm invisible. We barely see you, pussy.
I'm dreaming, but not sleeping. It's raining and the clouds are open, slowly draining. I'm dreaming, but not sleeping. We're sailing till the waves are crashing, slowly sinking.
Current thicker than Ovaltine and no ravines. I'm so high, climbed a beanstalk of golden beans. We don't train, there's no routine, we hold and squeeze. When stakes is high, we cash them out on open seas. I play they dad, I schooled them both, the birds and bees. They never learned and got burnt to the 3rd degrees. This is chestnut checkers, they playing shoots and ladders, moving daggers, roaming through body parts like you cadavers. Just getting at them as if you would matter. Ironically, I sent the invite months ago, now all they do is chatter. They with the T, I train like Mr. T. My chains like Mr. T. They aim, they miss and leave. Try to brawl, then they fall like missing leaves. He take it home, act like a dog, and his missus leave. Now brothers up the block got a face with some Krispy Kreme, and he just wanna cry right now on his Twitter feed.
I'm dreaming, but not sleeping. Oh, it's raining and the clouds are open, slowly draining. I'm dreaming, but not sleeping. We're sailing till the waves are crashing, slowly sinking.
Lord.
And we're back. That was Indica Dreams by our boy IamThanos, and I have to ask you, who is on the vocals, Thanos? Who
Shout
is
out.
it?
That's a dope vocalist by the name of Maya Tajon, man. I met her through my man, Protector Joseph.
Oh man, Maya Taishan, very talented. Oh my God, since like the first like at the very beginning there was like sort of like a hum that she did. I was already leaning in like, wait, who's that? Oh my God, I need to talk to Maya sometimes. Oh my God. So that was Indica Dreams, or Indica Dream. Um, which you were mentioning that is currently being played on a radio station in South Carolina. Oh,
Oh, my bad. I ain't know I was muted. I said, hey, North Carolina.
North Carolina. Okay, okay. Well,
Hmm.
amazing. And I think just from, getting the sample there, getting to listen to it for a second, I think you got another holder in
Nice,
me.
nice. Salute. Definitely appreciate that.
For sure, for sure. So, being in Web3 since, or at least like transitioning into I Am Thanos since 2020, coming into into Web3, um, what what are like as an artist, have been some of your biggest challenges when it comes to like just growing in the space as an artist, as a musician?
Mm. Oh, good question. I don't know. I think it's just the mentality, man. I think it really conditioned me. With all the trolling and then like the back, the behind the scenes stuff, man. I think it kind of prepared me to kind of like deal with on a social level, just dealing with people and different types of energies, man. When we moving around in these spaces, man, I think it helped me in that sense of that. It definitely helped me learn. I learned a lot here as well, right? These are things. For year one, I didn't know shit about Web3 at all. Didn't know what it was or what it meant, and I definitely took my time as far as like before I dumped my toes in the water on anything dealing with it. I definitely took my time before I did that. It was a good maybe almost a year before I I locked in to do anything here anyway, because when it comes to like the finances of it, of when we the finances that we putting into our art, we don't want to make mistakes and errors there, right? So you have to make sure we do it correctly. So I think that's what it taught me. It taught me a lot of that, a lot of just structuring and just the collaborative thing. I think which is the biggest power here in Web3 for me. I've made plenty of money when it comes to money. I made plenty of money on other apps without having to have an NFT. Just entering competitions, whether it was freestyles or battles, showcases, talent shows. Like I have a good win rate, right? So, and I could always be doing those things, but I spend a lot of time here because I feel like the resources that I have as an artist, which keeps me inspired and motivated as well. When I'm amongst my peers and I'm hearing these dope ass beats from Crypto Beats or One or Vision. Um, Spare Part Universe, all these guys, man. With this, it keeps me inspired when I'm hearing, VG Rasta,
Hmm.
drop a new record and it's fire as hell. Like this keeps me inspired. So these are the things that I think will ultimately add to I Am Thanos becoming I Am Thanos as well.
Yeah, so just now you mentioned VG Rasta, and I mean I've had the pleasure of meeting VG,
Mm.
and from some of the posts that they shared from that space, I thought they were incredible. What can you share a little bit about VG? Maybe how you met them, and how you two collaborate, like.
Yeah, really, in a nutshell, man. Shout out to my man DJ Sladro. I want to say he might have been in a space with her or something like that. Of my first time. really meeting her. I believe he was, pardon, I believe he was co-hosting. You know how it is, like when you follow somebody, you'll see spaces they're in, and I think that's what it was. I see this Music Underground early episode, maybe two, maybe one. I don't
Whoa.
even remember what number she was at. You can hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So I think I popped up in there. And at this time, I want to say I was working on this mixtape at the time. So I want to say, 'cause I do recall like the first record of mine that she heard, which is a freestyle I did over Doja Cat beat, Paint the Town Red. I did my own version of it where it was like a male response to Doja Cat's record, right? So like, and I remember being in there playing it in there. I think I either sent it to her or I played it myself, and she really loved that joint for me. And we kicked it, and like since that space, we've been cool as hell. And it was like, every time like she had a next space, she would always send the co-host to me, and then like we just like got used to that, and then vice versa. When I would do a space, she would assist me as well, man. And we just gotta, that's my sister in rhyme right there. You know what I'm saying? I like to say that this music is, that like mindedness and that desire, we both share the same kind of thing. And I think that's what keeps our thing organic and just cohesive.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, so you mentioned like you popped into the underground, like what was it called? Rap underground spaces?
The music underground,
The music
TMU.
underground.
That's what
Yes.
TMU is.
Ah,
Uh-huh.
okay, okay. The TMU. I mean, I probably like pulled up maybe like 2 weeks ago for
Mm-hmm.
the first time, and I had a great time, man. Thank you for the great conversation and even incorporating me despite my sketchy name, like
Right. Yeah,
whenever
yeah, you good, bro.
whenever I
Uh-huh.
came in, VG was like, what do you have to say for yourself, boy?
Right. Funny shit, buddy. Yeah, man. Now, definitely, man. There's always an open door there, man. We give everybody a chance to, speak their mind and bless the stage, man. And and if those that show who they are, if it's not what we're doing, then we'll handle it accordingly, man. But you got to give everybody an opportunity to, at least show who they are, right? So
Yep.
that's how it is.
Yep. Have there been any memorable moments like from TMU spaces?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like we had plenty of moments, man. Because in the music underground, we always talking about hot topics and like
Hmm.
current events that's going on in the world of music. So like some a little more controversial than others, right? You had the whole P Diddy thing and all that stuff. So and then it was this one time this one guy that used to be regular in our space. He was kind of like he was defending Diddy a little too hard, bro. Like he
Oh
was really
no.
defending it, and then he was talking about his situation where he was saying like when he met his wife that she was like his high school buddy's daughter or some shit, and he was like it was weird, bro. It was fucking weird, and we like, oh man, we cooked his ass, bro. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? So it was kind of like, things like that. Not like a very positive moment, right? But it's definitely a memorable one, man. Just as far as like, wow, you be surprised, like, what's normal to us to some is just like, they're different. And normal is not their thing. They're accustomed to some different things. So, just coming across different personalities like
Hmm.
that. Um, we had our, shout out Rocky Two Grinding, man. There's a guy, former co-host there that me and him and VG we would like literally like siblings up there on that stage at times. So I think it's a lot. I think the later moments as far as like his part of the show. Like it was a lot of memorable moments in those where it's just like people are seeing in real time this conversation us three have unfold like in the craziest way, man. So that shit that like
Hmm.
maybe we could have had a phone call, what I'm saying? It did, but it was like nah, it's happening right here and right now. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
yeah, man, very just real, just real moments, man. That
Yeah.
funny though, for
Th
sure.
those real moments are what makes whatever you're trying to do like authentic. It's like that, and that's what attracts people as well. So, I mean,
Yeah,
I'm always like I never shy away from a real moment, a real conversation. Like,
yeah, man. You getting the facts, man. When you getting that real stuff, it's like I mean, you're not wasting if it's something of interest and you getting this real, like you're not wasting your time in that. But like, say you having a lot of deep conversations or long talks and consistent days putting into a lie or something that's not real.
Hmm.
Like then you find out maybe 3-4 years later that this shit was never real. When you feel like damn you was robbed of 4 years of time that you can't get back, you can't take this receipt of time and go to God and be like, hey, can I get this 4 years back? No, it's spent. It's
Hmm.
spent already. You know what I mean? So and one thing that we don't play with at Team U or AGS is time, man. We value each other's time and our time. So
Yeah.
we try to just get to the nooks and crannies of this thing, man. The meat and potatoes, as they say.
Hmm. Hmm. I believe when I pulled up to the space, that the topic that night was
What was it? What was it, man?
industry rejects.
Industry rejects. Yeah,
Yes.
for sure.
Like VG was saying like I'm an industry reject, but then like you started laying
Yeah.
out like it's you started laying out some facts, and then by like the time that I like started to like get ready to leave, VG was like, okay, maybe I'm not an industry reject, but there is some bullshit
Right.
in here.
Right.
Uh,
For sure. Yeah, very vague. I don't know, very vague topic for her. Like usually she has something more concise as far as like you want to talk about something, but I think how she stated it, it was like it was really interpreted like
mm-hmm.
multiple different ways from everybody that read it, right? I think
Yep.
that's what it was to me.
Yep.
So we had to figure that out. I think, once we do things like that, when we just got a random thing there, and you never know, like today, for instance, I do the show, the Midday Snaps, like most likely Eastern Standard Time around noonish. And random, it's not like every day, but most days that I'm available and free to do it, I'll do a midday show. And today it was the Shoe Roberts editions. Discrimination was the hashtags in that. And unbeknownst that it was MLK Day, which is crazy, right? Because I wake up to some shit that's a little, off-putting and stuff. And so I wanted to have a conversation about it. And I knew that the guy that is involved in the situation would pull up to my space eventually, which he did. And but just addressing the elephant in the room with it, and just like putting our foot down as far as like, nah, we know discrimination, we know prejudice when we see it, and we are taking a stand on as artists becoming a union and not being letting people take advantage of us any longer. You know what I'm saying? It's been done out there in Web 2. We're not doing that no more here. And
Mm-hmm.
so, I don't know. I say that to say that, when it's a random, like me putting that up there, I didn't know what kind of conversations or that space would have,
Mm-hmm.
but it went to a lot of different places. Like, it was about, me addressing what happened and just, some other things. And then it turned out being like a whole meeting where like a lot of like minds came together and we just, started forming up these ideas for the next things to be doing, like, for these next few months that's going to help, the betterment of the musicians in the space.
Yep. Yep. So, you mentioned like coming together, kind of in a way forming a union among artists, which kind of brings me. I like to ask this question to a lot of my guests that are within the music industry, whether they're musicians or producers, whatever it may be.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about Web3 labels, music labels?
I mean, what labels are there?
Well, well,
You talking about the
it's
idea of it, or
yes, mainly about the idea of the Web3 music label. Where this question kind of spawned from was one time I remember I pulled up to a Twitter space or X space, and it was about music, and there were just a bunch of musicians like talking, and then there was this one account that popped up, and they were calling themselves like Web3 music label, Web3 music, something.
mm-hmm.
And so then they came up and they started kind of talking about like what they do. What they're trying to do, trying to form a Web3 music label, trying to sign artists to be under them, and kind of like push forward in that regard for their
Mm-hmm.
careers. And so then in that one space, there was there was definitely a lot of opinions on both sides. Like on one side, they were like, some artists were saying like, hey, I mean, I do need a team, and then on the other end, like, they were saying, nah, fuck that.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Some shit. Um, Now, what I say to that question is, hmm, how can I put this? It depends. I mean, I don't think a label is a bad thing. Uh, of what we experience in Web 2, or like if that's even a thing, but just in the IRL of it, you know, in the history of the music business and the music industry, it's never been a good deal there. You know what I'm saying? So, but if Web3, quote unquote, a Web3 label was to exist and is a thing, right? If it's going to be fully beneficial on the artist and not a disadvantage, or like not a thing where they don't have the rights to their music, like their masters or the royalties or something is being like you know, not theirs, then that's a problem there. You know what I mean? I think a bigger thing than an artist, like a bigger hub, is not. There's nothing wrong with that as long as the numbers is numbering right, bro. You know, let's just be real. Let's make it make sense. Um, you know, if it's 100 points, I don't know how that shit work. I forgot. It's been such a while. But if it's like 100 points on a set album, and the artist gets 4 points or 6 points, like it's crazy. So that means it's a whole 90 something that the people that you're signed to gets, and you getting. It don't make sense to me. Any deal that an artist is getting less than the half is,
Hmm.
you know, is like egregious. Half, I feel like is not
It's
even good.
still
You know what I'm
egregious in my
saying?
opinion. In
For
my
sure.
opinion, yeah. I believe like artists should be earning about at least 75% of.
There you go. Yeah, and I think things will move a whole lot better that way if the corporation or entity, whatever that thing is, that's the motherboard of the whole shit. They need if they need more money, then work harder to make more money. So your 25% could be a big. You know, it's the difference between, you know, $25 out of $100, or, you know, 250,000 out of a million.
Hmm.
You feel
Yeah.
me? So I think the 250,000 is a great thing, right? But it takes work to get to that 100x on
Hmm.
it, right? So that should be the primal objective for said corporation or company or label to do, is like shoot for them bigger numbers so they could get a bigger cut of that. You know, that 25% looks better.
Hmm.
You know, same as what we do here at the agency with AGS, man. When we transitioned from becoming a first on-chain battle league to just a space thing to agency, was the whole idea of getting dope artists like VG and et cetera. And then like, and the deals that we do with them is, you know, is similar to that. Like, you know, I think more so 80/20. It's like 80-20% the artist way. So, and then like, if we need more than that, then we need to grind more than that. You know what I'm saying? I'm an artist, so I'm not gonna try to, you know, sign any artist to do something that I wouldn't do, or something that I don't think is beneficial, so on their end more so than the other. You know?
Exactly, exactly. All right.
Yeah.
So like for you, it's more like in between, like in maybe like if it's needed, you need it, but as long as it's fair, it needs to be, yeah, it needs to be easy for the or I'm sorry, the artist needs to be making the majority of the cut.
Yeah, it's their work. It's their
Yeah,
work. Like I think,
exactly.
you know, someone is marketing and promoting that. Like, you know, a sports agent. A sport agent ain't getting 50% or 80%, in the football players making 20%. Nobody, like, what kind? How was that deal good? How was that a good deal? Is
uh,
That's the reverse. Like, is you on the field or me? I'm on the
exactly.
field, but you're getting more money for it. That's crazy. It was a scene in the movie Cadillac Records where, you know, the owner of the record label, I think Chess, the guy Chess, man, he's sitting there with Chubby. Was it no? But who was it? Chubby Checker or somebody? I don't know. The character that Most Def played, which he was like a big star,
Hmm.
one of the biggest stars to come out after Muddy Waters, and they're sitting at a record label or whatever at this other label that I guess they was partnering up with them to do a deal with them, and the dude was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna make you very famous, and I'm gonna make you very rich." So he said that to these guys as they sat in a chair. He said, well, then Chubby said, he said, what you say? You said you're gonna make me famous and you're gonna make him rich? And then he said, yeah. He said, "Hold up." He stood up. He stood him up, and he sat in his seat, and he said, "Okay, now say that again." Like, yeah, like what the fuck you mean? Like, what you mean? Like, you gonna make me famous and make him rich? Like, nah, I'm trying to be rich, bro. Like, what do you mean? This is my work.
Yep.
So you know what I mean? So, and I thought that was just a powerful scene, and that's exactly what we talk about, man. In the history of the music business, it's always been that, man. You look at the Temptation, Five Heartbeats, any of them stories, it was always like, I even know the Five Heartbeats is like built based off of Temptation. Look at fucking TLC, biggest group in the world at the time, and it was dead ass broke. How? How? That's because Pebbles and them robbed the hell out of them because
Yeah.
they was just, they sold them this dream on being famous and rich, but not really wealthy. You wasn't, you got something. It wasn't like they was in the slums and they was on top, but they had nice things, but y'all didn't have money to take care of those things because y'all was not getting, said royalties and everything that comes from that.
Yep, exactly. Um, wow. Okay, okay. I really appreciate your answer. Like, gets me like thinking a little deeper on things. Which kind of like sparked this question in my head. Like, whenever since coming into Web3, whenever you collaborate with another artist,
Mhm.
what principles do you bring? What principles do you bring when it comes to like how the cuts are distributed, making it fair for everyone involved?
For the most part, like as an independent, like you saying collab. So I
Hmm.
take when I say collab, I'm having in mind a producer, right? So for example, my first whole collaborative project, which was the Mindstone Thanos Vision.
Hmm.
Thanos Vision, aka the Mind Stone, that's me and a producer by the name of Vision. We did a whole project together. When we put that out, the smart contract was set up for 50-50 split. It's his beats and it's my rhymes. That's all that's on there. He put half the work in. Us artists, we need a canvas to paint our vocal paint on, right? And that's what they give us these beautiful canvases. Should not be overlooked. It's not a small thing. A lot of female and kids that don't really even tap into what's going on lyrically or vocally or on the record. A lot of them they gravitate towards the beat first and the sonics and the cadence and the melody first. So those are the things that go hand in hand. And if you got a producer with a high level of quality, the producing at a high level, man, that just makes it a little more of an easier alley oop for the
Hmm.
artist, man. Like an artist, Missy, don't get me wrong, like Missy is amazing and probably would have been amazing no matter what. But it's something about her getting on them Timberland beats when she
Hmm.
first came out. It was, and her style is just they complemented each other very well. Why not this deal that we got would be half yours and half mine, right?
Hmm.
So as far as other artists, like me collaborating, like we already or they got a song, hey Thanos, can we get on there? Different folks, different strokes.
Yep.
Certain situations, if it depends on our rapport. If I don't know them at all, or they really don't even have any tracks, as low as like not really no benefit on my end to do the record.
Yeah.
We might ask for a budget on that, as far as nothing crazy. Like what they always ask the people I collaborate with, or just reaching out to me to collaborate. What's the budget like? If it's a situation where I could be asking that. But some things, we just, or some things organically happen. Most of my collabs organically happen, unless it was somebody reaching out to me that I didn't, know or knew of, vaguely. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. I can see like where how these organic collaborations do come about. I mean, you're in a very talent rich space. Like especially
I
like with
like
the
that. I
people
like
that
that word, talent rich. That's nice.
I mean, I pulled up to your spaces. Like it's not one or two people up in there, you know?
It's a lot of us. Yeah, it is a
Yeah,
lot.
exactly.
I mean, I think you hit it on the head. I'm definitely going to use that like time and time
Please,
again later to describe us.
please.
Talent rich space, man, for sure. Go
Hmm.
ahead, though, man. I
And
didn't even catch it.
well, I think I blanked out, but I did want to
Uh,
kind of come back, and I smoked too much weed, my brother.
you good, man. I'm doing the same.
But I did want to come back and ask you, what is like as far as VG Rasta, what is your favorite song from her?
Um, that's interesting. She probably don't know. I don't even think she knows, but I don't know. That's tough, man. I think I have a few from her that I love, and I can't say if I love one more than the other. Maybe I might listen to one more than the other. But just her whole project, man, Heartbeats and 808s, it's fucking phenomenal project. She got a record on there with Samantha the Bomb. That's probably my favorite shit, man. Late Night Love Song, I always love. I was like excited to, when she told me that she would rock with me and be the first artist, and she gave me that record to be able to push and promote for her. Um, so that's definitely for me it's my flavor in your ear from her. Like she's Craig Mack or this shit, right? It might not be the best example, but like if she is, all right, man. You got a part, man. My son in the back, man, just talking shit. But yeah, Late Night Love Song is amazing. She got a few though on it. And then it was like, as I started listening to one and really OD'd on it. Then she came out. Then I listened to like the next record. And, like I had a new love, fell in love with that. It was like she has a record on there called OD, which is like I always play like it's like a go-to for me when I'm driving. Like when I'm listening to it. And then she just got this new drop, man. Sheriff, man.
Sheriff, I'm seeing it.
Man, that joint right there, man. Like it's one of those things, man. I had to get that email from her the other day, like, yo, send that because I don't even have that on my computer. I need that in my computer, man. That's definitely gonna be regular rotation right there. I don't know, man. She, VG, she's the vibe guard. So she always got these sounds, man. I think she's just like real, a real original piece right there, man, with what she's doing. So yeah, I don't know, man. I say it's probably like the three joints on the album, and then she got stuff with Kelsey J that's phenomenal as well, and then the stuff she got with Samantha. So she got it's probably a good 6 or 7 records from her that is like I'm putting them all in that bracket. Like I'm not, it's more than one way, the skinny cat. You know what I'm saying? And
Exactly.
she got all of it. You feel me?
Exactly, exactly. So, you're going back to the word talent-rich space. Who
Yeah.
are there any individuals in Web3 that inspire you?
Yeah, all of them. All of them. The people that you see in my spaces regularly inspire me. Like I said, from the producers, VG, of course, my man Nicky Barnes, Bwez, um, it's a lot, man.
Hmm.
Shout out to Mose and even Rocky, man. Like that's a guy that I know a lot of people know
Rocky
Rocky.
Two Grimes, or
Yeah, yeah. So
that?
that's the
Yeah.
thing. It's like, yeah, granted, we bump heads and we might fall out and we don't have words and diss records and all.
Hmm.
With all that being said, this connection that we still have is that like like with VG, like me and him, still have a similar passion for this shit, even though he's like 10 years my junior. We still have the same kind of passion for the music thing, and I think that's what connected us, through the bullshit of arguing and then the fallouts and crash outs that we might have had publicly, and the lashes, what I mean, all the lashing out and shit. At the end of the day, when I seen that brother, do what he done in these spaces at a time where the marketplace was kind of dry for us Web3 musicians, he kind of was the only guy that was out there
Yep.
fucking. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Yep.
I'm not a, even though right now we're not on good terms, right? I'm
Hmm.
not going to sit here and even though with that being said though, like facts is facts and the truth is truth. Like at the end of the day, the guy did like kind of still find a way to shine and be successful out in that climate. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So when I seen that, things like that, I feel like are obtainable. I don't think like he did something that's like no one could do this, right? I don't look at it like that. I look at it like, man, if he could do this, I could do that. You know what I'm saying? Type of thing. As far
Yep.
as like the level of success that we're trying to look for, or whatever the objective and the end game objective is.
Yep. Exactly. And I mean, I know how like I'll start by saying like yes, Rocky is very talented. He's been doing the thing. There's a lot to respect from there. And in all honesty, don't worry about like the beef. Maybe it'll come around and like you two will start clicking again. Like even I got beef with like crypto rappers out here. Like
So
the only difference is like I can't defend myself and like battle rap them or anything.
right.
I
You
gotta
said,
talk
oh
shit.
man, yeah, I get it, I get it, I
Yeah,
get it.
yeah,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't know, cause I think we did try that numerous times. Like this ain't the first time. Like we done been there a lot, and I don't want to have like the stigma of that. Oh yeah, they beefing now. They'll be back together doing these super villain shit. Like I don't want, and I don't think he wants that either. To be like, kind of when you say certain things and you put it on the blockchain, man. Some of that shit don't age well. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think about it like at a time where, I got a diss record out about him or something like that, and then you could go to another record where it's like I'm shouting them out. Like it's kind of crazy that somebody like I just met Thanos today, and yeah, he really don't like this Rocky guy, and then the next day you hear a record and it's like shout out Rocky. Like what? Like what are we doing? You feel me? So it's like it causes confusion. Like so like this where I'm at with that, man. As far as that goes, and I ain't really thinking I will even touch on it, but I guess it is part of my story here in Web3 is with
hmm
this guy.
hmm
We do share some of that, right? Like I don't consider we have beef. We have fallout, due to creative differences.
Okay.
Um, yeah, and it's just like like yeah, we I talk my shit on a record. I try to I go for blood. I snap. I do what I do. He do what he do. And we just leaving it there. It ain't like I wish him, like I see you was on site. Yeah, we got problems, boy. There ain't nothing of that shit. Like I don't
hmm
know if he feels that way. He probably felt that way day one of just like the initial reaction of hearing me on the record talking shit about him once again. Because like I said, this ain't the first time we had words on records. So
hmm
but it's that's all. I'm gonna leave it there as far as like it's it's just hip hop with me and him. At the end of the day, man, I wish him nothing but more success, man. And I hate to even be going there where we went with it, but I think another thing that comes with us artists is egos, man, and we sensitive about our shit, man. Erica
hmm
Badu voice, you know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And honestly, like, thank you for, sharing that.
Hmm.
Because like it's like, yeah, when it comes down to it, it's like it's music. And in all honesty, like these like how do I describe them? I want to say like incidences, but they're not. Like
Uh-huh.
these records that are made between two artists, whether they're talking shit about each other or not, like, but
Hmm.
like to be able to like at the end of the day, it's like, hey, I don't hate you, like you as a human, like I love you. It's just like
Hmm.
what we're doing is creative.
Yeah, yeah,
uh,
lyrical boxing, man. Sometimes you gotta
lyrical
get in
box.
there, take your brother in the backyard,
It's
man.
it's poetry.
Yes, sir. Still sharp and still like it's part of our makeup, man, as being a hip hop artist, man. A lot of the hip hop is competitive, man. It started out competitive, so we part of that cloth, man. So if anybody in Web3 spaces was going to do those things, I think it's a good chance that have been a guy like him and me. You know what I'm saying,
hmm
doing that kind of thing. Out here in a place where it's just a lot of hey Ethereum, Solana talk and liquidity raps. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. So, I mean, definitely respect your time. I think we're about to like hit an hour around there since we started the show tonight. So, I do have
Mhm.
a couple more questions if it's all right with you.
Yeah, for sure, man. I'm chilling.
Alrighty. Well, I guess maybe one more because like just one question just went bloop. Anyway, I'll ask you in the DMs if I remember. But
Okay, that's fine.
um so
Hmm.
for any artists like coming transitioning from the Web 2 world to Web 3 and like trying to bring their work in, what are some of the
Hmm.
biggest tips that you can give these individuals?
Biggest tips for the new guys, the rookies, huh?
The
That
rookies.
next class, the next generation.
Yes, sir.
Um, I don't know. I think for my walk, man, hopefully that we'll do enough that they'll know what to do. But uh, I don't think it's an answer like a simple answer for that question, man. I think what we're building here, with AGS and TMU in these spaces, I think we're pioneering something that hasn't been done. A good friend of ours in the space today said something about, yeah, not creating a new wheel. Like, you don't think people been here before? Yeah, I think people been here before. People had these same uh, discrepancies and shit like that with Web3 as far as our side of it. But I feel like, I'm kind of exception to the rule, and being that I don't feel like it's like, I could be like, I don't think like they can't get me to sell out or be sold or like to go along with the agenda. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I'm gonna be that person is kind of like that's gonna be able to make an impact as far as like what's wrong here, so we can fix what's wrong here, because it is some things wrong here. I've been in hundreds of different spaces. Everybody act like it's paradise, knowing damn well it ain't that. Knowing damn well it's a front. Knowing damn well they wearing the mask. So, until the gatekeeping and the gaslighting stop, or there's marketplaces that's going solely off of quality of the music and not what community you are associated with. When things are that way, then they'll be good. But for them right now, I think the best advice is for those new artists that's transitioning from the Web 2 to Web 3, come to AGS.
Let's go.
Come to
Okay,
AGS, bro.
which is
Best advice I could give them.
a great transitional question here. When can we catch any AGS spaces?
I know AGS Associated. We have a collaborative battle joint going down next week on the 25th. So in a few days. It's a little battle card, man. AGS and my man J.O. Hunter, who's like, kind of like a co-contributor to AGS events, battle rap wise. We're doing an event then, and we're working on our next Man vs. Machine card for the multiverses. We're working on that for February, like right before Valentine's Day. And for those that don't know, Man vs. Machine is pretty much a series of song verses that we put together, whereas the artists and the AI artists battle it out. You know what I'm
Oh.
saying? So it'll be various rounds, and the people who get to vote on, what I'm saying, on each round and things like that. So it's like a lot of engagement in that. I think it's just a dope idea, especially for those that like the naysayers and those that was like, have mixed feelings about people that make AI music. I think AGS hubs a lot of the best, if the best AI. The guys that's doing AI music, we got the best ones. Like the guys that are really good at, like, great writers that do it. Like, it's a difference between somebody prompting a song than somebody writing a song to be prompt,
Hmm.
right? So, shout out to, see that they say, shout out Phantom of the Swapper and the whole Inkspire City. Like, these are like, probably like the creme de la creme when it comes to that shit. So, we have these events where, the man versus machine, like who's gonna win? Like, I think Team Snap won the first whole event, and then I think the second one, I want to say some of the AI guys stole like maybe one or two of the matches. So, we're gonna be at Man vs. Machine 3, man, in February, and putting that together. Should have a dope lineup for that. So these are our next joints. But as far as like, there's always little things going on in between time.
Hmm.
I've got Super Villains Sundays. We do mostly every Sunday. TMU spaces on Tuesdays. Um, I do midday snap regularly through the, not consistently every day, but damn near every other day, if not, back to back days, and and we do like a Freestyle Friday space as well, called Crashing Out, which is like a Freestyle Friday slash improv. We got improv freestyle games that we play in there as well. So, we got a lot of things going on. So, for those that don't know me, or VG and the rest of the guys, when you following us or you joining that AGS community joint, anytime we're doing anything AGS related, always get posted in there, so you will get the notification.
Nice, nice. Okay, I think I did join I don't know if it's AGS or a TMU, kind of like a
Yeah,
group.
it's probably seeing you. But yeah, mine's is right there on my page.
Okay.
You go to my page, it's right there, like up in the header. You'll see the community page there. So definitely, it's free to join there and just join up in there, so you can be notified when we are going live.
For sure, for sure. I'm gonna make sure to do that actually right now. So okay, I need to mark my calendar for the 25th and look out for you in February, 'cause like the versus machine rap battle or that sounds incredible.
Yo,
I
it's been great, man. Great movies, man. We make movies anytime we do the multiverses series. It's dope, man, because we I find a way of incorporating not just battle rappers but artists and producers. So in the multiverses space, we do normally. We usually mix it up, but then every now and then, like I said, we'll do the man versus machine. But if it's not man versus machine, it's just a multiverse card. Normally comes with like a beat battle. We either put like one or two beat battles on there, one or two rap battles on there, or one or two song verses on there. So you're getting artists, battling it out with their songs. Who got the better song going off a theme or a topic? Then you got the rap battles, no beats, straight lyricism, straight double entendres, just punchlines, metaphor. Then you got the beat battles where it's just like, man, who beat was better? And a lot of people be having a hard time, picking a winner because these guys, we try to make sure the matchups make sense. You know what I'm saying? We give people that, good things and it's a one-on-one. You think, when these situations happen, it's a you can't duplicate it. You can't emulate that shit. You can't replicate it. Rather, you can't replicate that match. If you got this guy versus this guy, like you can't get that from another guy. We're not going to get the same moment. So those shits is always like just a dope, in real time experience. You know what I'm saying, for those that's in the building.
I'm definitely pulling up. Let's see. TMU spaces on Tuesdays. What time?
I think she does her 7 o'clock Eastern Standard. Like, yeah, four Pacific, 7 Eastern.
Oh hell yeah, let's go. I just started a new work schedule and I literally get off at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. So, um,
Hell yeah, dope.
I think the stars are aligning here.
Yes, sir. Yeah,
Uh,
we stay busy, man. We definitely be active in the spaces, doing a lot of stuff. We kind of chilled out, these last couple weeks a little bit, man, as far as our event going, but we definitely getting back to it, man. A lot more consistent.
I love it. I love it. Let's see. Like, I mean, I know this is kind of just like a very general question. Like overall, like how can my Decentraland family support your family?
I mean, I think it's just right there, like like what it says in a tweet for the Indigo Dream was something to the likes of the cost is low, the lyrics is high, and the repost is free. Like even for those that's like not a part of that chain, or a repost, like at the very least, I think reposting and bringing awareness. I think if that 6% of the world that's in Web3 knew about it, I think that'd have been going day one. But surely the algorithm is not going to touch everybody it needs to. So we encourage those to just repost. We encourage people to that like certain records to share the experience, like get another one on board, another person by doing a giveaway that make them want to get a Phantom wallet, get whatever wallet that they'll be able to obtain that NFT. These are the steps that it's going to take because you never know who they're going to bring in. Each one teach one, man. So I think that's the best way to support.
Alrighty, alrighty. Got writing my notes, and I'm definitely gonna be there. I definitely like the energy that you bring. Oh, excuse me. I love the energy that you bring to everything that you do, in all honesty, like whether it's music or hosting
For
spaces.
sure.
You've always, like, from just listening to you, you've never backed out on some bullshit either. Like if you see some bullshit, you like point it out. um,
Right.
so yeah, like we need
Somebody
that.
got to.
Yeah, yeah, we need that because like if not, like kind of like we said talked about earlier, we'll be getting all this wrong information and then find out like 4 years later that it wasn't like that, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Yeah.
uh,
Time, man. Time, bro.
yes, sir.
Yeah, man. We just trying to. Yeah. Cause we just we we just enough is enough, man. Like we we represent a certain kind of people that been trying to do it the right way for the longest, and just always getting these detours and these hurdles and shit, right? So now we trying to like just now we just running through the hurdle. We're not even jumping over the shit. We're just gonna run it over. You know what I'm saying? And that's what that's the kind of energy we on, man. We're just trying to be super productive and for the betterment of each other. That's a part of that union.
Well, I see it. I see it, and I will definitely be keeping an eye out for you. Perhaps maybe not from like the union's perspective, but from like a fan. 'Cause I'm sorry, man, but I'm not creative when it comes to music. I don't know how you guys do it.
Hey man, just time and practice makes perfect, and just always learning. I think when it comes to making music and to be consistent, I think it's just just always practicing and honing in on that shit. Like it definitely took time for me to be able to do what I do now, and I still feel like there's still a lot I can do that I don't do, right? And as long as I keep my mind open to new ideas and concepts and approaches, I'm gonna always get better with it. You feel me? Like I think that's when when you feel like you know it all, that's when you hit that ceiling, and then it's a wrap. You can't do nothing. You'll just go down. Your overall goes down after that. But
Hmm.
if you keep on trying to grow, man,
Yes.
it could be a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah, like you mentioned at the very beginning of the space, you just remain a student, like 30 plus years deep, and you're still a student of the game.
Exactly.
This has been an awesome conversation, Thanos. I really appreciate you being my guest tonight, and being here for my Decentraland family. I mean, I think we may have hit like around 35 people, 40 people, for all around. I think a bit more, from different streaming platforms. So, yeah, thank you. It's been an honor to have you here. Do you have any final thoughts you'd like to leave everyone with?
No, man, just appreciate the time and the consideration for sure, man. I rock with you, Sinful. Shout out to Beyond the NFTs, man, and everybody out there in the Central Land, everybody that tapped in and hit the like or hit the repost on my guys' live stream, man, that tapped in with us today, man, to hear what we had to say is always appreciated to those, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they get it. Y'all the real ones. Y'all get it. You're not out the loop, man. So definitely tap in with everything going on with the Snapster, AGS, and the Music Underground, man. And my man Sinful, man. We out of here, man.
We out of here. All right. Well, thank you, Thanos. Usually to finish off shows on Decentraland, I go to the game arena at Genesis Plaza. This is like the spawn area, and we play some games. So like, yeah, if you got to pop out and stuff, definitely feel free to do so. If not, I can stream in here some Mario Party looking games for us.
Oh yeah, what you mean? What you talking about? I'm curious. I'm just curious on what you saying right now.
Okay, so like here, let me let everyone know to meet us at Genesis Plaza, and I'll give you a little tour. Let's see. Yeah, Gen Plaza for some games and prizes. Right. Oh yeah, actually. Okay, where's my Discord? All right, I just shared my screen. So let me know when you're looking at it.
Oh yeah, no, I'm looking. That's dope. Is this
Okay.
the Central Land right here?
Yes, so this is
Yeah,
Decentraland.
that shit look good. It looks pretty good.
Yeah, well, Decentraland had a huge revamp back in I believe it was October 2024. I don't know if you ever been on the platform before. We used to have green walls. We used to not be able to like see at a distance or anything like that. But this is
Mm.
Decentraland 2026 right now, man.
No, that's nice, beautiful, man.
So yes, this is Genesis Plaza, our spawn area for unless you like set a special spawn. There's a theater over here. There is a store that you can buy like, you know, clothing, like the clothing that I'm wearing and stuff.
Wow.
You can buy them here. We got a little like Hall of Fame, and we got oh snap, we got Stony Eye over here hanging out. Stony Eye is like one of our more talented DJs here on Decentraland. DJ producer. He's also a producer based out of Long Beach, California. Like so, I mean, if you're ever looking to collab with any Decentraland musicians, artists, like hit me up, bro. I'll get you in touch. Get you in touch with all the good ones.
Dope, man. That's pretty dope.
So yeah, this is the game arena. So it's like I guess like it's kind of like Mario Party, but the Centraland version of it in a way.
Hmm. Yeah.
So I'm just gonna wait here for a little bit and while everyone gets here and we'll play some games. Go pull up. Oh, I just saw a whale fall through the floor.
Wow.
So a little
Then
bit of
y'all all in text. Then y'all got the little text, little chat area on the left, huh?
yep. So a little bit more information about Decentraland and maybe how like maybe you might see it as something viable for like your growth. Like the clothing that I'm wearing, all of this was created by either like a community member or like it was created by a human that is not part of like the official Decentraland platform. Like my
Mhm.
like they're all NFTs. They're created by like yeah, our friends basically. This Mew bubble right here, I'm sure you recognize it from my Twitter handle or like my Twitter PFP.
Mhm.
This was my first wearable that I ever published on Decentraland. You can publish it, put it up for sale in the marketplace, and earn mana, which is our native cryptocurrency here. But you know,
Mhm.
but that mana can be converted into monies and you know whatnot. So
Nice.
so like yeah, there's things like that. Like if I mean if you ever wanted to perform in Decentraland, I'm always throwing ragers with so you know be I'd be happy to invite you or if you know anyone that's looking to expand their audience and want to perform in front of a new group of people, like definitely get me in touch. We'll get them streaming and
Nah, dope. Yeah, man. I've been hearing the idea of that. Performing in like spatial or the central land. I heard this concept before. Never quite see how it gets done, but definitely when you next time you're doing that, I definitely won't mind pulling up and just seeing. You know, what I'm saying, seeing how it works and seeing how the experience is, and we definitely, we'll take it from there.
yeah, definitely. I mean, I would love to like help you get onto the platform because like we have events all the time. For example, Stony Eye, the talented individual that I just mentioned, he had a show like an hour before Beyond the NFT. So he got the crowd all warmed up for us. Uh, and
Mm.
it's usually like a weekly show that he does, and there are other like weekly shows that are hosted by a lot of us, a lot of community members.
Hmm.
So I mean,
Yeah, it's just dope, man. This looks
definitely
good, man. Looks real good.
would love to incorporate you and the crew, you know, your family, if it clicks, of course, because like you can't force greatness.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. We have six people that are gonna be playing with us here. Um, Otto Lamb right here. He's like jumping around. This dude
Hmm.
always wins the prizes. Like if he's not first, he's second or third, but he's winning something.
So this is a patch battle.
Yeah. So okay, this one's stand on the largest area. Oh fuck. No. Oh, okay, I got it right.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. All right. Stand on the largest areas. I think it's this one.
Green. Mm.
Oh, damn. All right. So far off to a good start. We might be able to beat Otolam. Oh shit, what the fuck? Is it? Okay. I almost jumped to yellow.
Mm. Dope. Oh, this is kind of cool, man. I ain't gonna hold you. I like it.
Yep, yeah,
That's
we.
just one of the joints.
Mm-hmm.
Highest heights.
Now we're on another one. This one is going to be okay. We gotta climb to the top. Oh shit, I fell. The higher you get, the more points you get. Whale the penguin made it to the top. Big shout out,
Mm.
Whale. All right. Oh, I don't even know if I'm at the top or one below. Oh well.
Mm.
Yeah, I like to end beyond the NFT with some games with the family.
That's cool, man. I like it. This is dope.
I'm still in first place. You're gonna have to dethrone me, Whale. I see you.
Make it soon.
Yeah. Oh God, is this the one I hate? No, this is like trivia. The first American woman to travel to space. Oh shit, I don't know this one.
Man, Jenna. It was
Roots
B.
and yeah, it was B.
Mm. Oh, that's dope, man. I like how the concepts you got on here so far. It's fine.
Don't
Dope.
don't trust me, Metal Wolf. Don't be trusting me like that. All right, Pearl Harbor occurred. Yep. And so like we have a global audience, so like sometimes the questions are like, more of like global history and
Mm.
stuff like that. Okay, oh, I know
George
this one.
Lucas.
I'm a nerd. I know this one for sure.
Yeah, I know this one. Shit. Yeah.
I love Star Wars.
So who's the devs of this as far as like this arena y'all in?
Well, the developing team, we call them the Decentraland Foundation. Oh shit. No. This is the hard.
Everybody lost.
Yeah, this is the
Everybody
hardest
lost.
game. There's the Decentraland Foundation, which is like kind of like the group that is currently like protecting IPs or anything that belongs to Decentraland. They also develop the client. But the special thing about Decentraland though is that it's more of a protocol. So like if anyone wanted at some point to make their own Decentraland, they can. But
Hmm.
it'll kind of, you'll have to build it, but you can. um, but yeah, like just
Yeah,
tonight,
because it's different things. It's like a bunch of different people who got land on this
yep,
in this metaverse, right?
yeah, a bunch of people. We have land, we have names. If you like notice the like above our some of our names, we have like check marks. It means that we minted them. Okay, we gotta stick to Whale the Penguin. Get over here, Whale. Fuck. But yeah, we all like minted our name, so like we own our name within the platform, and then
Hmm.
each name allows us, like, gives us access to our own DCL world, which would be like just imagine it as your own personal world that you could like build out as you please. It's not necessarily part of this big 90,000 parcel map. So yeah, this is
Mm.
the map of
So that's the whole
Decentraland.
Decentraland right now.
Yeah, this is Genesis City. So like it would be like
Oh,
the
so it's a
front.
place.
Yeah,
This
the
is
front.
city inside Decentraland.
Well, uh, mm, I guess we would say it's the only city at this point because like the Decentraland, this is like the front-facing product for. Oh shit! I didn't take see the winners. Let me ask everyone who won. Hey, who won? I was not paying attention.
I think Auto Lamb or somebody named Auto something.
Okay. I know there was Alan Howick. which was second.
I want to say Well was third or something like that.
Yeah, but that was like the time before I messed
Oh,
up.
you
Oh
talking about
well.
the total shit?
Yeah, yeah. Oh well, I'm sure someone will tell me. Uh, we got some prizes up for that. What else? What
And what
else?
the prizes consist of? Like, what kind of prizes you get for that?
Well, I'm just giving like mana. Like first place winner gets
Oh, for real? Like inside of the game? Like,
yeah.
so I mean, or do you do like you doing it externally outside of it, or like?
Well, I'm sure eventually we'll be able to send mana internally, but at the moment, how everything's set up, it would just be like through MetaMask.
Yeah, okay. No, that's cool though, man. That's dope.
All right. So Otto. Oh, let's give Otto first place then. Alan, Alan is second. For 15 mana, and the whale, the penguin for 7.5.
Yeah, I said it. I said Otto
You
was first.
did.
I didn't remember who was second, but I remember Otto first. At that last checkpoint they showed, it was Otto first, and then Will third. I can't remember the second person, but yeah.
All right,
I
let's
was
run it
paying
one more
attention,
time.
man. This is dope, man.
And yeah, you had mentioned land, like yeah, like in this city, like each little piece of parcel, like you see like the little coordinates, it's each
Uh-huh.
one of these is like a little piece of land that is owned by someone. So,
Oh, okay. And they could
mm-hmm,
build whatever
mm-hmm,
on it.
yep.
But the building of it though, when they build that thing, like what's the process of building?
Mm,
It's like you
so
paying for something, like you got to pay for like wood or like to build this house. Like, is it like cost some kind of in-game currency to do those things? Like once you bought them, I say I get me a little, a square, whatever. I don't know how y'all measure this shit, but
parcel.
say I got me a piece of land, right?
Hmm. Yeah,
What would be the next steps?
so you got yourself a piece of land. You want to build a let's say any given spaces build or a TMU build.
Right.
There one like if like let's say if you had all the skills, like if you were or if your team had a 3D artist on board as well, you could make a custom build through Blender, the 3D making software. Uh,
Mm.
and then from Blender, you bring it into the Decentraland Creator Hub, like put it all together, make it all pretty, and then you could deploy it onto your land. Um,
Oh, okay.
okay, let's see. First global conflict that took place. Oh, gee, I wonder which one it was.
Right.
World War One. So like kind of what you were mentioning, it's like, do we need to pay someone or stuff like that? It's like you can pay someone. Like, okay, which was an animated film? Oh,
B. Mhm.
um, you can pay someone. Like, if you don't have the skill set for it, you could like just say, hey, like this is what I want to make. Like, can you do it for me? And they'll get to work. But if you had the skills, you could do it on your
Usually.
own. Or even like let's say you don't know. Oh shit.
Get
Ah,
off of
fuck.
B, man.
Ah, man, I fucked up. I was talking too much. Let's see. All right, I'm in fifth place. Speed tag is next. Um, what was I mentioning? Oh yeah. Or let's say you don't have the skills nor the money. Like you could like use some templates that are available in the Decentraland Creator Hub and like kind of
Mhm.
like take a template, strip it, and then put your stuff onto it to personalize.
All right, so when you playing this right now, what are you on your desktop?
Yep. Yeah, I'm on my desktop right now. But also like recently, okay, we gotta stay away from Penguin. Recently we've had testing for the mobile client. So like there's like two entities in Decentraland. One is the foundation, which is in charge of the overall product, and then we have
Mhm.
the Decentraland DAO, which is like kind of like a second entity. It's also funded. Oh fuck, I thought it was yellow. It's also funded, and like they recently we had a big restructuring in there as well. Like it used to be where people used to get like free money, like for nothing. Like we'd see like freaking 100K proposals for like for like 7 week for like yeah 7 events or some shit, you know.
Mm.
So like we kind of moved away from all that because we noticed uh it wasn't helping.
Yeah.
So so yeah, but right now it's like the Regenesis Labs kind of group took over within there. They've been focusing on the mobile client as kind of one of their first initiatives.
Yeah, that's gonna be dope.
Mm-hmm. We've had some friends tonight pop in through mobile client. I believe Cheddar Queso was on mobile with us. Meta Wolf was on mobile. So yeah, it's all coming together eventually. Man, Whale is killing it. Yo, Whale, have you been practicing like while we while we're slacking? While we sleep? Alright, I beat Whale this time. It's pure luck on my screen. Alright, what is this? Oh, it's the one I don't like. So like, yeah, I like to say that these games are like kind of like they give off a lot of Mario Party vibes. Oh fuck, I'm
Yeah. So what's the process as far as like somebody just being getting an avatar in there?
Go to Decentraland.org, and then from there you could like there should be like maybe a jump in button or like start now button that will take you to the download. And if you want, I can type it for you. Here, where's my Discord? All right, so Artista, Otolam, and Alan. Congratulations. Alan. You see what I mean? Otolam's always winning them prizes.
Yeah, I see. I see.
I'm gonna have to switch it up one day and pick a game that he's not known for wrecking. Okay, what was I doing? Oh yeah, this is what I was doing. I was gonna share the Decentraland website with you. Alright, I just DM'd it to you on Discord. So yeah, once you jump in, there's a download button right in the middle. And also you could like let's say I know you do, but let's say you didn't have a MetaMask wallet or an Ethereum wallet or anything like that. You could log in using Apple ID or Google.
Okay, yeah, man. I'm definitely gonna tap in with it and see what's up, man.
Yeah,
Gotta catch up the next drink. I do.
yeah. I mean,
How
definitely.
often you do? How often you be doing these parties right here, going to this arena thing?
I host Beyond the NFT every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Then on Fridays, I team up with one of our attendees tonight. His name is Make a NFT, and he is a DJ. So like we host Friday night parties as well, from like 9 p.m. Eastern to 1 a.m. And then on Saturday, I co-host a community space with Kanessa, and Kanessa is also the co-founder of this Discord that we're currently on right now. Um, so like yeah, it's called Community Building Decentraland X Space or whatever, or week. I think next week will be like week 189 since we started. So. Yeah,
Nice.
we've been doing it. This Discord here that we're sitting in is very special to us because like it literally got built overnight from our first space that we ever hosted back in 2022.
Dope, dope.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean if yeah, if you ever looking to like expand horizons, like even if it's like within a digital realm, like I can like hit me up. I can definitely like help you get in touch with the right people that you need, or I can help you.
For sure, no, definitely, man. Definitely gonna tap in with you, man. Definitely was a dope experience, man. You put me on to something. I ain't really seen it. I think I seen Spaceship before, but I ain't seen this, and it's pretty interesting, man. So definitely
Yeah,
gonna tap in with you, man. Hopefully, I can pull up to the to your game night next Monday or something, man.
yeah,
Be
yeah,
ready.
yeah. I mean, if you want, I could like shoot you a reminder or something, and
Hell yeah.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, do that.
Okay, okay, I will. I'll write a note here. And like even like it doesn't have to be like during the show or anything. Like it like whenever you're ready to jump in, like shoot me a message. I'll be like I'll be home later after work, and we'll jump in and run around. I can show you some more stuff.
Oh, that'll be dope. All right, man. Let's do that, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I can also introduce you to some of the family that hangs out in here too. We're a wild bunch.
No doubt.
uh,
All right, so bet that, man. So we'll definitely talk on the back end, man. Appreciate your time, man.
No, hey, I appreciate your time. Hey, we've been sitting here for almost 2 hours, my guy. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna kick it for the night, man. Get on my 2K, man. Working on my build. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, for sure, bro.
Yeah. All right,
Next
all right.
time, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna go roll up a blizzy as soon as we close
Yeah,
down here.
no doubt, man. All right, man. Good talking to you. I'll talk to you later.
Yes, sir. Take care, and we'll be
All
in
right,
touch. I'll
peace.
pull up to the space tomorrow.
Yes, sir. All
Mhm.
right,
Peace.
peace.
All right. Thank you all for coming, pulling up to be on the NFT. Tonight was very, very fun, and I had a great time, introducing IamThanos to all of you, as well as like even showing him like what we do. I'm really happy we kind of had I'm very happy we had this opportunity. Game nights are fun. Hell yeah, whale. Every Monday after BTN. BTN week game. Like from the bottom of my heart tonight, like has been very special. Thank you all. Let's see, we have 7 viewers on Twitch. Let's take a look here, see who we're gonna raid next. Uh, all right. Head over here to my channel. Let's take a look at. Okay, I see Office Drummer, which I mean that man is ultra talented. I might just go straight to him, honestly. If any of you remember, Office Drummer performed here on Decentraland for all of us for the music festival. Okay. Oh, I also see CK online, CK Bubbles. So I'm gonna let the viewers here, like our 8 friends, decide who are we going to raid. Are we going to raid CK Bubbles or are we raiding Office Drummer? All right, looks like we're playing one more. One more for the vibes. We're playing one more for the vibes. While we get an answer. Should I raid Office Drummer or CK Bubbles? I love it, Otto. He's like, I want to play for the vibes. I don't care if we get prizes. I want to vibe. Hell yeah. We got 4 contestants. Alright. How about, I guess a better question would be, is old guy hosting an event for CK? Oh no. If old guy is hosting something for CK, then I will raid CK. Oh. Let's see. We gotta find Otto and stick to him. You pick. Okay, I will pick. Okay, we gotta stay away from Whale. No, Whale. Oh, ow! Whale, how could you do me dirty like that, Whale? No, man. Whale did me dirty. Okay, I gotta keep away from all the friends. Keep my aura green. Ah. Okay. I did it. Lol, sorry, Mew. No! Yo, Otto, what? How'd you guess that? What the heck? Alright. I did it. Okay. Oh, actually, blue. Oh, stand largest area. Oh, no camera. We did it. Let me turn up the music a little bit for us. Oh, there's some stuff. No, it was the other one. I started counting them and everything. Alright. U.S. President resigned office before completing his term. Oh, that was Nixon. Alright, who was the first woman in the Supreme Court? Oh, I think... Oh, wow. Never mind, I was wrong. Okay. Capital of... Oh, I have no idea, bro. Do you know, Whale? I'm gonna follow you. No! None of us got this one. I was guessing hard. Oh, who won? Was that Whale or Otto? Oh, that was Otto. Good shit, Otto. We both made it, Whale. Alright, so we have our grand winner, Otolam, we have Whale the Penguin, and we have a Cheddar Queso. Because I don't count. And also, by the way, I know Otolam said can we play even if it's not for prizes? Well, we'll play. We'll set some prizes for that one. Oto, Whale, and then Cheddar. I'll give you the third spot. This is for 15 and for 7.5. For 7.5. Who was it? Oh yeah, Cheddar. All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. All right. So I guess I will pick someone to raid since no one has helped me pick. I want to go over to Office Drummer. Alright, trade, office. Alright. Let's surprise him here. Let's see what Office Drummer.
Pog. All right, let's play the song. Here we go, chat. I love this song.